Did you know that Ginger Baker, the legendary drummer behind the iconic band Cream, lived a life that was as explosive off stage as it was behind the drum kit? While many fans remember him for his thunderous solos and wild rhythms, few know the full story of what really happened to him in his final years and the shocking legacy he left behind. Stick with us until the end, because the number one detail about his later life will absolutely leave you speechless. Ginger Baker wasn't just a drummer, he was a force of nature. A pioneer of jazz rock fusion, he helped revolutionize drumming in the 60s with Cream alongside Eric Clapton and Jack Bruce. But while his talent was undeniable, his temper was infamous. Baker's battles with addiction, his confrontational personality, and his refusal to play by anyone's rules made him both a legend and a cautionary tale. Yet, even as his fame soared, behind the scenes his life was marked by chaos, financial struggles, and deep personal rifts. In the years leading up to his death in 2019, Ginger Baker's health deteriorated rapidly. He suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, degenerative osteoarthritis, and recurring heart problems. His hard-living lifestyle had caught up with him, and in his final interviews, he often spoke candidly about regret, isolation, and the cost of fame. Despite this, he never lost his fiery edge. He was still as opinionated and unpredictable as ever, even while confined to a wheelchair. What many fans didn't know is that Ginger spent his final years in near solitude in the English countryside, surrounded by animals rather than people. His relationships with former bandmates and even his own children were often strained, and his finances, despite decades of music success, were unstable. A once globe-trotting rock star now lived a reclusive, quiet life, far from the spotlight he once dominated. In fact, when he passed away, there was little fanfare, just a simple announcement and a wave of mourning from longtime fans. Yet, in the years since his passing, Ginger Baker's legacy has only grown. As of 2025, a new generation of musicians is studying his unorthodox technique and fierce independence. Documentaries and retrospectives have reintroduced his genius to younger audiences, and his once underappreciated jazz work is finally receiving the recognition it deserves. And here's what might shock you the most. Letters and journals released posthumously reveal a deeply introspective side of Ginger, one that few ever saw: a man who, despite all the rage, was quietly searching for peace. So, have you heard what really happened to Ginger Baker? He wasn't just a wild drummer or a troubled rock icon. He was a complex soul who lived and left on his own terms. And now, years after his death, the world is finally beginning to understand the rhythm behind the rage.